Every week for the past decade, I have clients tell me that they got a price from a collection agency to buy back their driver's license. For many years, that collection agency was GC Services, which was hired by LA County to collect on unpaid traffic tickets. As of August 2020, the best year ever, that is no longer the case because these guys are now the guys collecting on LA County's unpaid traffic tickets. Now, if you learn anything from watching this video, please learn that any collection agency does not have the power or authority to give you a driver's license back at any price. In fact, by paying the collection agency, you will create a bigger problem than the one you started with. For most people, their situation begins with a small problem. Maybe you got caught talking on your cell phone while you were driving. Maybe you got a speeding ticket. Or maybe you were using the HOV lane because, hey, who doesn't want to shave some time off their commute? Or maybe you got something truly benign, like a fix-it ticket for expired registration, expired tags, no plates, a broken taillight, window tint, or maybe you weren't carrying proof of your liability insurance. For the average traffic citation, there's really only one question. What is this going to cost me? Answering this question involves two parts. First, what is this going to cost me now in terms of fines and fees to the court? And two, what is this going to cost me later when my insurance company or my employer finds out about it? Now, where things can truly take a turn for the worse is if you miss your scheduled court date. Maybe you got too busy with your job to make it down to court that day. Maybe you have kids that you had to take to school in the morning. Maybe you lost your ticket. Maybe you're a human being and you simply forgot about it. There's no judgment from me. Or maybe you didn't realize you still had to go to court after you fixed your expired registration or whatever your correctable violation was. Maybe you thought you were going to receive a nice courtesy notice in the mail reminding you of your upcoming court date. No, I promise you LA County will never do that. In fact, if there's one thing that the Los Angeles County traffic court system does not excel in, it's customer service. So your ticket from the police officer to you with your court date at the bottom of the ticket is your only reminder. Regardless of your reason, once you miss your scheduled court date, your simple ticket will erupt into a whole new set of problems. Here's why. First, your fines will immediately increase. The court clerk will assess the maximum fine per offense on your ticket plus a penalty assessment. Next, they will add a failure to appear charge, an FTA, under California Vehicle Code Section 40508, subsection A. And this, of course, will add additional fines plus a penalty assessment. Next, they will levy a $300 civil assessment under Penal Code Section 1214.1. And finally, they will suspend your driver's license under California Vehicle Code Section 40509.5. So now your original traffic ticket is worth several times more than what it originally was, and you're getting a letter from the DMV stating that you can't drive. And if all of this wasn't bad enough, you could potentially have a bench warrant out for your arrest, and that failure to appear can be charged as a misdemeanor, which can potentially add up to 6 months of county jail time. So if your traffic ticket didn't initially have your attention, it most certainly should now. Now, some people will attempt to solve this entire mess on their own, and you should only attempt this if you absolutely hate yourself. Unfortunately, your great effort will result in several hours of wasted time looking for answers online, being put on hold on the phone by the DMV, the court, and the collection agency, on top of standing in line for several hours at the courthouse and the DMV in person. And for those of you who are from out of state who have told me over the years, well, I can go to my courthouse in state X and see Judge so-and-so on the same day, let me save you the airfare to LA. It doesn't work that way here. The truth is, people will get so exasperated from the runaround that by the time they finally get in contact with the collection agency, they are willing to do just about anything to get the problem solved and get their driver's license back, which is exactly what the collection agency is banking on. Based on my experience, a collection agency will not hesitate to tell you that your only option is to pay off the collection amount in full on all outstanding tickets. And the truth is, this is the worst thing you can do. As I've already stated, a collection agency does not have the power or authority to give you back your driver's license at any price. In the overwhelming majority of cases, you still have the option to fight your charges in court if it's gone about correctly. Another thing that the collection agency conveniently fails to mention is that if you pay them the ludicrous amount of money they are demanding, they will process your case with a guilty plea to all charges and report that to the DMV. That's right, you heard me correctly. What this means is that all the charges you were initially cited for, including the additional failure to appear which was added later on, will all go down as convictions, which will completely wreck your driving record. Here is an example of why it is so damaging to your driving record to pay off the collection agency. So let's say you do just that. You pay off the collection agency, misguidedly thinking that this is going to solve your problem. Then you go to the DMV to get your driver's license reinstated, and you wait an eternity in a line that circles the building. Once you finally get inside the DMV, you're waiting even longer in a waiting room, waiting for your number to be called. And then finally, it happens. They call your number, and you go up to the clerk's window. This is the moment you've been waiting for. You're finally going to get your driver's license back. In fact, there is a collection of angels with harps and trumpets waiting to sing when you do get your license. So the DMV clerk looks up your driver's license number and informs you that you're not going to be getting a driver's license for several months. So why is that? Well, by paying off the collection agency, you effectively just entered multiple guilty pleas, which will result in multiple convictions on your driving record. In California, traffic violations carry 1 or 2 points against your driving record, and too many of those will result in the suspension of your driver's license under California's negligent operator laws. Furthermore, these points will result in increased insurance premiums for the next few years, because points are the metric that insurance companies use, among other things, to determine if you are a responsible driver. So you just threw away a ton of money and bought yourself an even larger problem, which the collection agency is more than happy to sell you. In cases such as these, it is always best to avoid paying the collection agency and taking your case to court. Hi, my name is Damian Siwek. I'm a criminal defense, DUI defense, and traffic defense attorney here in Los Angeles, California. Over the past several years, I've helped thousands of clients, not only just in California, but from every state in the U.S. who have holds placed on their driver's licenses for failing to appear on their court date for a traffic ticket they received in LA County. That's right, as you've probably learned by now, if you get a ticket here in California and you fail to show up for your court date listed on the bottom of the citation, your privilege to drive will be suspended, and that traffic ticket will prevent you from renewing your driver's license in every state in America until you deal with it. If you can afford to retain a lawyer, we can handle all of this for you and help you obtain and keep your driver's license. We can also help dismiss or reduce the charges that could potentially harm your driving record or your criminal record. A chance at a dismissal, a reduction, or traffic school is usually attainable once we appear in front of a judge. Finally, we can help save you money. In almost every case that I've handled, the fines are greatly reduced or eliminated altogether. So if a collection agency is giving you a price to buy back your driver's license, think twice before you hand over the money. Your best bet is to get into court, or better yet, contact me and I'll go for you. With thousands of satisfied clients in California and across the country, I can help you get your driver's license reinstated and fight the charges in Los Angeles County to protect your driving record.